Today at 10 a.m., it was just announced that Nico Harrison got fired from the Dallas Mavericks. We can rejoice. This is great news. And they also said that Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi are going to be the temporary GMs. We was hearing rumors Sunday about this. The Mavs played yesterday, which was Monday. Hearing rumors Sunday about the fact that Nico Harrison could be done in Dallas. And then we had yesterday Pat Dumont pulled up to the game against the Milwaukee Bucks. This game, I'm not going to lie, I didn't watch. That's one thing about the Mavericks, I will say. My personal outlook on this Mavericks Nico Harrison firing. I've been a Mavericks fan for about 2 years, so I'm not a diehard fan. I became a fan when Kyrie came here because I'm a Kyrie fan. We grew up in my hometown. Who was hooping with the boy at the JCC when I was a kid. From West Orange up, you feel me? So I've always been a Kyrie guy. So I became a Mavericks fan. When Kyrie got to this Mavericks team 2 years ago, I watched every single game, even the games he didn't play. I was watching. They were as long as Luka Doncic was on the court or Kyrie was on the court, it was must-see TV. We made it to the NBA Finals. Next season, I'm watching every single game. I watched that white boy put up 73. Watching every single game. The trade happens. I'm calling out my bro who's been a Mavericks fan. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. All right, still watch every game, even though we didn't even make the playoffs. This season is the first season where I'm a fan of this basketball team. I'm not really a fan of another team, but I'm choosing to watch other games before I watch the Mavericks. That's how depressing it's been. That's how bad it's been. Not just because Luka's gone. The offense has been atrocious. The defense has been mid at best that we thought was going to be stifling. Anthony Davis already out with injury. Kyrie Irving is going to miss. He might as well miss the whole season at this point with an ACL injury. It's just been bad vibes. Yesterday, Patrick Dumont went to the Mavericks game versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Fourth quarter, Mavericks had a 13-point lead, ended up blowing it late to PJ Washington, missed a free throw. Also an inbound pass that was supposed to go to Cooper Flag. He ended up slipping. They got the bucket in transition. The biggest takeaway from the game, other than that we lost, is that a fan was caught next to Patrick Dumont. It was just them. It was like some movie shit. I'm not gonna lie. It was Patrick Dumont and a fan courtside, and there's nobody else sitting next to them. It was like perfect photography moment if you had your phone out. And the fan was wearing a gold Luka jersey. Dallas fan wearing a Luka jersey. They're saying that this fan was at the home opener, I think, and he flicked off Patrick Dumont, and his dad said you can't come to another game until you apologize to him. So the fan sat there and apologized, I guess, for what happened and voiced his why he was upset about the trade. Now, then the other news that came out after this was that Dumont talked to this fan. He apparently took accountability for the trade and admitted that it was a mistake. Now, I got the report up here somewhere where I saw this. It was from Shams. Yeah, Shams himself reported that Dumont admitted to his mistake and took accountability for the trade. Which, it feels like you could have done that shit months ago when everybody told you that trade was trash. But, you know what I'm saying, it happened. And what I think I saw some people on Twitter were talking about how we wanted to lose this game as a Mavericks franchise. Once we saw that Dumont was going to be sitting courtside at the game, after we heard all the fire Nico rumors, everybody wanted us to lose the game, and I think we lost the game the best way we could. I wanted us to lose that game too. Cooper Flag had a great game. Patrick Dumont got to sit there and experience fire Nico chance again. And we were competitive against one of the contenders out east in the Milwaukee Bucks and an MVP candidate like Giannis. The biggest thing I want to talk about today actually is how there's been a lot of bad outlooks on this termination. I think it's all gonna blow over soon, but people are talking about how firing Nico hurts it just as much as him doing the trade. I think we need to look at it completely different. The trade did happen. Every time we see Luka Doncic in a non-Mavericks jersey, it's gonna suck. But it would suck way more if the guy that did it just stuck around and got to talk about his vision, about how defense was championships and all that bullshit. And defense don't put points on the board. That's all I'm saying. The Mavericks, I'm pretty sure, are a top 10 ranked defense, and we're in the bottom of the West. Shit don't matter. How the Mavs can move forward past this termination. A lot of people are talking about trading Anthony Davis, then just completely resetting. I think no matter what, you did the big move, which was getting that distraction out of the franchise, out the locker room, the arena. We don't have to get any more fire Nico chants. There's people coming up to the games wearing fire Nico shirts and clown noses. It's just an utter distraction to the team. Players are getting asked about the fire Nico chants after every game. Like, bro, Brandon Williams got his first start of the season. and he's getting asked about the fire Nico Chance. Like, come on, bro. We had to get him out of there. I think what we need to do is gauge AD's trade value and potentially trade Anthony Davis. I wouldn't be mad at the Anthony Davis trade. The only thing is you don't want to trade Anthony Davis for nothing, because then everybody's gonna look at the Luka Doncic trade and say that you traded Luka for nothing. So it's a lose-lose. You have to not give a fuck about what everybody else is saying and what the Mavs fans want. Keep it a buck. As a Maverick fan, I wouldn't even mind a full rebuild. Even though I came here for Kyrie, Cooper Flag, I believe in Cooper Flag. He's a hooper. Just put up 26 on a fucking MVP. Are you fucking stupid? I don't think anybody would be upset about an Anthony Davis trade. I think you keep Kyrie Irving even though he's hurt, but he's the only sort of culture that's on the team. Him and PJ Washington are pretty big culture pieces for this team, and I don't think they can be traded. And Najee Marshall as well. I hear the Mavericks are also not looking to trade Daniel Gafford, so shit, trade Derek Lively at this point. Derek Lively, he's good, he's young, but he's not no like untradeable asset. But the Mavs do need to make trades. I don't think fans are going to be able to sit around and watch this Mavericks team play basketball at such a low level. I also saw a report that this season was like broke the 24-year sellout streak that the Mavericks had. I saw that on Twitter. That could be false. It could be true. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was true though, based on how bad this team has been. But yeah, Nico Harrison is gone. Now it's time to look forward at the Mavs season. After every loss, it was always negativity on Twitter, like, damn, we lost a game, and Nico Harrison is still the GM, and the Caleb Martin trade, and the Quentin Grimes trade. Like, nah, well, we can move on. We can see what Mike Finley and Matt Riccardi could do for this Mavericks team. We still have our own pick this year, so even if we suck, we could get a top 3 pick, or we could get that other 6'9" bull from Virginia that was hooping just like Luka and give the fans a baby Luka. You ever seen that? Like when your dog died and then you get a new dog that looks just like the old dog? Like, you think that's, I don't know, that shit don't sit right with me. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Yeah, I'm gonna see y'all.